What's up, lifers? Welcome back to 30 to Life. As always, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for tuning in. So, I wanted to talk with you guys for a minute about my trip to San Quentin, my first day in prison, and what it was like. So, after you get sentenced in county, it usually takes a few weeks to go to catch the bus to prison. So, I was leaving from Solano County to San Quentin Prison. And what happens is when they pick you up fucking butt crack of dawn, man, and early in the fucking morning, right? And so when you get on the bus, before you get on the bus, of course, you got to get shackled, belly chains, everything. And you climb on the bus with a bunch of people. But in my case, it was a van actually. So we're on this van with a bunch of fucking people, smelly people who just, leaving the county jail and heading to San Quentin. And so, it wasn't really a long drive. I say it was about an hour drive, maybe a little more, but I'm not too sure. It seemed like it happened quick. And so you pull up to San Quentin, and when you get there, they take you in and they put you in a holding tank right inside the building. And so you sit in there for a long time until they call your name. And so basically what they want to do is they screen you when you come into reception, intake. So basically, they want to find out what race you are, if you run with gangs. They want to make sure they take pictures of your tattoos. They just start building a file on you. And they basically want to find out if you got any fucking, diseases, any scabies. They take a TB test on you, and you got to sit there for hours. I'm talking about hours. Then you take a picture for your ID, for your prison ID. And I remember this guy telling me, "Hey, Ron, when you take your picture, your prison ID, don't smile." I just remember having that in my head when I took my picture. But anyway, so you go through that process. So you got your picture done. Got your TB test done. They've asked you a bunch of questions. They took pictures of you, whatever. Then after that, they take you outside to a bullpen, and you go out. So you go outside of the R&R, and you go in this big ass bullpen. It's just a fence around you, and then basically you're watched over by the tower. And so when you're in this bullpen, you're in there with a bunch of people who have just gotten here, and we got our little San Quentin clothes, our issue. We got our little lunch bag and shit, and our bedding. So now we're waiting to be housed. We're waiting to get beds and be sent to wherever we're going. So I noticed one thing when I was sitting in this bullpen at San Quentin is I noticed that on the wall of the building was a bunch of bullet holes, chunks of concrete missing on the wall from bullet holes. And it says really big in red, "No warning shots." So, I was like, oh, okay, it's a real deal where we're at right now. So, it's just a wake up call for real when you see something like that. So after waiting all day, you finally get a bed, and an officer will come and start escorting people to whatever section they're going. And I happen to be going to Badger section. So when they snatched me up to take me to Badger section, they walked me over there. And when I got to the section, I pulled up in there. Man, I'm telling you, it's just a fucking shock. It's a culture shock, because when you walk into this building, you see tiers, right? 5 tiers going all the way up, and it's just, this place is huge, man. And so it's 50 cells on each tier. So you do the math. But we're in the building now, and I'm telling you, man, this place smells like fucking stuff's on fire. It's a madhouse. There's water dripping down from the tiers. There's trash all over the ground. There's people walking around sweeping the trash, and they're just sweeping it into piles and shit as trash is just flying off the tiers. And one of the things they tell you when you get there is to walk under the tier, because you're liable to get something, somebody hit you in the head with an apple, or spit on you, or water fall on you, toilet water, anything. So, you got to walk under the tier. That way you don't get hit with anything. Then you got to be careful not to walk too close to people's cells, because you just don't know, you know what I mean, what could happen by getting too close to someone's cell. So I'm just culture shocked when I hit this place. And fucking one thing that you'll notice too about this place is the noise. It's like a constant ah, like just a constant scream of noise all day, all fucking day. And it's people yelling out their cells like, hey, did you get that? Hey, who got cigarettes for sale? Hey, who got candy for sale? Or, you know what I mean? Or I'm selling this, I'm selling that. Or, you know what I mean? Just hella shit. Or motherfuckers playing chess, you know what I mean? From cell to cell, just all kinds of shit going on, man. All kinds of shit. It's just a constant fucking scream all day. And so when I got into the cell, when I finally got housed in my cell, I was just beat, fucking tired, just fucking miserable. And I remember just getting in the cell and I had a cellie, but I didn't say nothing to him, didn't really want to talk. I just kind of climbed on my bunk and just, you know, he was talking, but I wasn't really saying much. And I remember just trying to like close my eyes and block it all out. It was just a constant screaming. And then it's funny because at 10 o'clock at night, there's an announcement by the inmates. And basically they do a shutdown, a respectful shutdown, where all races shut down their program and there's no more noise outside their cells. I mean, it's just peace and quiet. At 10 p.m., the program shuts down and it's shut down by the inmates and you won't hear shit all night. And if you do hear something and someone's being loud or talking loud, best believe someone's gonna holler at them the next day. But yeah, and then fucking, you know, showers and shit. When you go shower in San Quentin, man, I'm telling you, is the most nastiest experience you could ever experience. But when you come out to shower, depending where you're at, front bar, back bar, that's how they do it by those sections every day. They do it section by section. When you get down in the showers, I'm talking about, it feels like there's 50 people in the shower. There probably is. There's people standing around waiting to get in. There's people in the showers. And basically it's just a shower nozzle, you know, on this huge ass wall. And there's like probably like 7 shower nozzles. I forget how many. Enough for each race, you know, blacks, whites, Mexicans, you know, and others. So, and, you know, the others, we got to share pretty much our shower. Like, I think we had like 1 or 2 and we share, we rotate, like, you know, all the homies rotating. And you're all standing next to each other trying to shower. There's this fucking gang of motherfuckers in there. And I'm telling you, no bullshit, the water is like up to my mid calf on my leg. Dirty fucking nasty water. It's just filling up in the bottom of the fucking shower and it's fucking up on my ankles and shit. You literally, when you get done showering, have to go back to your cell and wash your fucking legs. Wash your legs, wash your feet and shit like that. That way you don't catch nothing, no ringworm or staph or whatever. So it's pretty fucking nasty. So, you know, that was my first experience with San Quentin. So it was a nasty ordeal. So I hope you guys understand, man, that this is some shit that I didn't want to go through personally, but hey, you know, you commit the crime, you do the time, all right? But hopefully you guys will get something from my videos and realize that you don't want to be showering with a bunch of fucking men. You don't want to be squatting and coughing and spreading your ass for some officers and shit so they can flash a flashlight up in there and check what you got. You just don't want to go through all that shit, man. You literally don't have no more control of, you know, who you are anymore. You know, the system controls you. You're just a fucking number. And, you know, you walk around with this ID now that shows you're a California prisoner. And it just really ain't worth it, yo. So, you know what I tell you guys, man, stay the fuck out of trouble. And I mean that, man. I mean that with all my heart, man. And I share this, man, because it's all love. So, as I said before, if you guys get anything out of these videos that you feel, you know, may benefit someone or someone may appreciate it, that you shared it with them, man, please do. get the word out. Let's help people out. And with that said, you know what it is. Stay the fuck out of trouble.